Let's try this again. I did this last time, but we'll wait for a few more people to show up. But today we are going to be talking about the whole. I apologize for the noise. My dog is playing with the dog toy. So we are going to be talking about the Disney Plus. So if you have any comments or anything that you want to say, we will show your comment or we'll discuss about the whole Disney Plus Power Rangers reboot. So this is all because our Facebook post that I post a reel blew up with so many comments. So if you have anything that you want to discuss about the whole reboot, let me know. But yeah, if you are watching, I know we have some viewers on here coming on. Oh, yay! We got the legendary of the nerd. I'm so happy to see like familiar faces on here. Legendary of the nerd. Let me know if you ever want to pop up or do just pop in on here later on. Definitely will love to have you on. Definitely for the fandom. I love having just like meeting and just getting to talk to a lot of the Ranger communities. So yes, we are going to be talking about the Disney Plus reboot. We do have some viewers. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the social media platforms. So um, let me know, say hi, let me know if you're watching. I would love to say hi on the live chat. So again, if you are new to Rangers live chat, or don't know what this page is about, this is all about the Power Ranger fandom. So and if you were a previous Ranger Live fan or just followed us from the last 10 years, this is day 15 of coming back to Rangers Live Chat and being active again on our social media profiles. So again, we are talking about the Disney Plus reboot. So let me know your thoughts. If you have any comments, we're going to go through all the comments that everyone has been saying about this reboot. So I think the first thing we're going to be talking about, of course, is, and we're taking these. Okay, I'm going to have to take our dog's toy away because he's being a little bit noisy and I need to use this for later. So 1 second. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like just for the Disney Plus reboot, Disney Plus Power Ranger reboot, it looks like we have, let me pull up my notes. Ooh, we have some viewers watching on Instagram. Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz. These guys are currently they are the producers of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Um, I was looking at their what do you call it? Their resume, their portfolio of things that they have been that they produce. One of them being Jericho. One of the guys did Jericho. That was like a couple decades ago. But knowing that they have done really well with Percy Jackson, the seen the first season of the Percy Jackson series, have not watched the second season, but it was compared to the the movie. I think there was a movie and there was something else. The movie was short-lived. I feel like taking that one movie and extending it for the entire season 1, we're talking about Percy Jackson here, the Disney Plus series. I think they were able to develop the characters especially since it was a book, and there's so many books within that series, and I think they did it pretty well. I have not seen the second season. When I broke the news about the casting last week, I knew the news would go far, but this has been kind of yeah. Legendary the Nerd, I'm gonna show your comment. Let's see, let's pop up. We're gonna talk about a lot of the details. So definitely we're gonna be talking about the Red Rangers. But we're not going to go into too much. I think the way that my talking notes are not going to be, you guys can leave it to the Facebook comments. I'm just like, there's so many, like, if you have seen, okay, I'm going to go into the tangent, but we'll go into that in a little bit. But just talking about going back to the Percy Jackson series on Disney Plus, I would say that first season was amazing. Now, when it comes to Power Rangers, this is where I have to make sure I do not go into a tangent. What does this mean for Power Rangers? Coming off from them doing Percy Jackson and on Disney Plus, and only using that as what we have seen. Nothing else beyond their resume or portfolio that we're going to take in consideration. I'm only looking at Percy Jackson season 1. They will need to. Let's try that again. Trying to go on Facebook and making sure that we have posting on here and seeing the comments. But when we see Disney Plus or in any of the streaming series, we usually see a limited number of episodes. So we are talking about possibly 5 episodes, 8 episodes, 12. We're so used to 20 episodes or more, or 50 episodes of a 30-minute segment. So if they are planning, I have a whole long list of things that we're going to be talking about just because of this Disney Plus reboot, is that, and I'm going to call out Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz, and thank goodness their names are easy to say, because I can't wait to make a reel calling them out. I will be like, Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz, you're going to see this video, hopefully, fingers crossed, because our fandom, the Power Ranger fandom, goes long. It's like a community. We share of all things Power Rangers, and we love just making sure in this day and age, I hope our message gets across. So the one reason why I wanted to talk about this whole Disney Plus reboot. But what are your thoughts on Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz being the producers of the next Power Ranger series? And then I know there were talks after the Power Rangers series ended with Cosmic Fury. They were talking about they had other exclusive producers about to take it over, but that fell through. And now this is the news, the updated news from December, that these 2 producers will be writing and producing the new Power Ranger series. What is your thoughts? Okay, going down our list, and if you guys have not heard, as I take a break from talking based on my notes, we have tribute songs, and yes, they are AI. I do not sing, I do not have any rhythm, but I feel like creating these tribute songs have been so giving me a creative outlet to give back to the Power Ranger community. Our latest one, The Keepers of the Flame, that's a call out on Disney Plus on creating this new series. So give it a listen. I just posted some lip sync. If you guys are not familiar with our RLC lip sync battle challenge, I've been doing a few of them with our tribute song. So take a listen. It is on Instagram, Facebook. Yes, only those two have been updated with the new song. We are trying to, meaning me, trying to get them released so that way you can listen to these songs in your car or at the gym. So that is work in progress. Um, so, and I know just based on the social media posts, people are either excited, nervous, or just scared, honestly. I think I'm one of the ones that we're patiently waiting like it is Christmas until the release of the new series and trying to get some updated details of what this new series is about. I feel like, honestly, in this Power Ranger community is that we will know who the cast will be knowing the past releases of the cast at PMC, meaning Power Morphicon. I have fingers crossed that that is something. Hopefully, the producers, the people of Power Rangers, whoever is in charge, knows there is a big Power Ranger convention every 2 years and other conventions as well, that they will make the announcement, or more or less they'll make the announcement at San Diego Comic Con. But I feel like they will make the announcement somehow, some way at one of the cons, and hopefully it is at Power Marvel Con, because that is where the entire Power Ranger fandom is going to be. So let me see. Okay, so talking about the elephant in the room, and I'm calling out Jonathan Steinberg and Stan Schatz about this because social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok are on a uproar. So, Jonathan Steinberg, Stan Schatz, we are talking about this whole female Red Ranger. This is where the whole entire comment section went insane. So, let's just say it out of the blue and just say it out loud. My profile picture is a Red Ranger and I'm a chick. I'm a girl. I want to be a Power Ranger. Lost Galaxy is my favorite season. I have a cosplay that is a Red Ranger. It's okay for a girl to be a Red Ranger. My cosplay that's on the top shelf is a red Power Ranger, the Red Lost Galaxy. Yes, it was a male, um, male Red Ranger, but I'm a chick. I wanted to be a Red Ranger. So let's get out of the way, the elephant out of the room, that a Red Ranger can be a female. And hi, Daniel Romero. It's good to see you on here, and it's great to see some familiar faces, like I always say. But yes, there has always been a Red Ranger. Lauren was a Red Ranger in Samurai, and I want to call myself out. I got Samurai and Samurai and Ninja Steel mixed up during the last live chat that I had with Gabe. So, was it Gabe? Or the week before, I got those two series confused. So if anybody's listening later on, I called myself out. But the elephant in the room, yes, I am. My cosplay is the Red Galaxy Ranger, Red Lost Galaxy Ranger. I'm a female, and that's the elephant out of the room. I'm cutting it there that a Red Ranger can be a female. A Yellow Ranger can be a guy. A Green Ranger could be a girl. So, and now here's the question. A leader. We know a leader is most likely Red Ranger or the White Ranger. But what if they don't do the whole Red Ranger, White Ranger? I'm only calling White Ranger because of Tommy, but them being the leader. What is your talking points on there about the Red Ranger? Because again, social media was an uproar on this whole female Red Ranger. Imagine how they would do this series if, I think this will lead into our next topic of discussion, because let me go back to my notes. Because with the amount of characters that they have on Power Rangers, they have normally 5 Rangers, a 6 Ranger, they have a mentor, they have a Bulk and Skull, the comic relief. Let's not forget about Bulk and Skull. We need some kind of comic relief to break this series. I also an Alpha 5. Just saying those characters in general. You're dealing with 5 characters within the series. Percy Jackson, for the first season, the focus of the series was 3. But when you're talking about Power Rangers, you have about 5. And we're not even including the villains in here. And within an hour series, it's going to be hard to fall in love with all these characters. So they're going to have to do it in a way where it's just like, especially on an 8th season episode or 8th season miniseries, if they're planning on going on that route. So I don't know. I think, what if everybody was a team player and no one was the lead, Maybe they go in that direction. What are your thoughts on that whole Red Ranger thing? And again, we're only live for an hour, and we can go on an uproar on this Red Ranger, conversation for forever. Okay, now the next topic again, that we're going to talk about. But at this moment, I'm going to take a break, take a sip of water while you listen to one of the tribute songs as I take a water break and tell my 2 dogs are playing. Hopefully there's no bad feedback. Let me know. We're using a new streaming series. The first time I used this, there was a lack of sound on my end. Let me know if the sound is great. If not, we can try another streaming service, but this one allows us to stream over to Instagram. So let me do Keepers of the Flame as we take a break. Saturday mornings, afternoons after school, you're changing the story, starting again from the start. Calling it new, calling it better. Across decades we grew up on the screen. Borrowed worlds became our own dreams. Every week we learned who we could be. Watching heroes rise in colored lights. So will you keep the flame alive? Or you ride it like it never burned. You didn't just inherit a world, you inherited what we learned. Yes, so if you haven't taken a look or listen, listen to the song called Keepers of the Flame. Yes, I am not a singer. Yes, it was made through AI Songmaker. I feel like these song tributes are a great way of giving back to the fandom. So I am coming up with these tribute songs on a weekly basis, part of our weekly discussion, because what else can I do to have my creative outlet? So this is actually pretty fun creating these tribute songs. So if you do have an idea for these tribute songs, please let me know, because there's so many ideas that we can come up with songs, like a villain one, someone mentioned that, or a Six Ranger. It just needs to be a little creative. So other than that, let's go ahead and talk about our next part of this live chat. Um, Dan Romero, I'm bouncing between here and YouTube. LOL. I will come up if you want through. Oh, Daniel Romero, I will have you pop up at the end. Are you in time restraint? Let me know, but definitely will have you on. I think in one of the topics. Just let me know if you're listening through this whole thing. So I appreciate you, and I know I asked you to come on last time, so you're definitely coming on and having a chat with me. So let's see my notes. Too many tabs open. Okay, I think I might have you, Daniel Romero, come on for the Tommy discussion, because I might need your assistance with that one. But okay, so with this reboot, the whole topic, okay, calling out Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz. Are we gonna get a Mighty Morphin or a complete brand new cast? So this is where I wanted the whole talking point of, in what direction are they gonna do? Are they gonna create another parallel universe where we get another Jason, we get another Zach, Trini, Kimberly, and Billy, meeting that whole Power Ranger movies? So that would be at least a third universe. Actually, a fourth universe, because the first universe, they were playing these kids that were, I think, a little more, they were little bullies, I think. So are we going to have the fourth iteration of Jason, Zach, Billy, Trini, and Kimberly? Who wants that? I feel like they should. My honest opinion is think of a new set of characters. That's my only opinion, because I want them to continue with the same universe. Because when I see anyone creating a new set of universe, it becomes very like, okay, so they're going to create another universe with a new set of characters, or same characters, but just different actors and actresses. And they create this whole Spider-Man MCU Arrowverse where they have different people playing them, but they're in different universes. And so I feel like it's like they're going to intertwine, and it makes it very difficult, especially with the new audience, if they're trying to bring in the new Power Ranger audience. I feel like they need to do it in a way where they continue the Power Rangers, just like, okay, I think the best way of saying it is like, okay, if they're going to go into a darker version of Power Rangers, or make it more like serious or something, think of, and I'm just saying it out loud for anybody just so they can get idea, if you have not seen like that whole Saved by the Bell reboot, where it went kind of different kind of direction, more like comical rather than like the stage show Saved by the Bell. Like, I want them to continue the universe that we all know about Power Rangers. So yeah, here's a question that we have here from YouTube. I just said the exact same thing. Do you think they will all be the same names in the from as the OG? Yeah. If we did, it's gonna be the fourth iteration, and I mean the unaired pilot, the one that we all know now, and with Austin, Amy Jo, you guys know. Third, the movie, and then the fourth if it's the reboot. So that would be the fourth iteration. Calling out their names again. Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz. It's going to be the fourth iteration. Do we want the fourth iteration for this Disney Plus reboot? Let me know in the comments if you want the fourth iteration. So, okay, so that was my little tangent about if they're gonna keep with original OG casts. Yeah, and that's gonna be the question if it's gonna be in a brand new universe. And my dog just had dinner 30 minutes before this chat, so that's why he's playing with toys and has so much energy right now. If you heard that noise. But new universe means, are they gonna, yeah, again, if it's a 4-season series, it's gonna be hard. So next, let me see who I'm checking. The only problem here is Instagram comments doesn't come through in the stream with Facebook and YouTube, so I'm jumping off from both Facebook, or no, from the YouTube, sorry, the Instagram page, and then to where it has all the comments for Facebook and YouTube in one section. So Daniel Romero, I will be sending you a link, and you will be talking with me for a little bit about Tommy, about this whole Disney Plus Power Ranger reboot. So Daniel Romero, I will send you the link, copy link. Trying to get used to this. Daniel Romero, I will send this to your Instagram. Conversations. Dan Romero. Okay, Daniel Romero, I'm sending this to your Instagram chat. Just click on the link and just follow the steps. As we wait for Daniel Romero for the next topic of discussion, how is everybody's feeling about the whole reboot? I know it's been a topic of conversation, especially with the fandom. The Instagram as well as Facebook comments blew up like pretty crazy. So if you haven't checked it out, check out our Facebook comment section for the whole Disney reboot. There's so many comments on there, I can't keep up. Let me go here. Might have to turn down the sound here. Let me see. Okay, thank you for keeping me updated, Daniel. Okay, so. Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. Add to stream. Hi, how are
Kristen.
you?
Yeah, wait, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Let me see.
No, can't hear you.
Okay, do you want... Let me see. I'm going to send you...
Should I leave and come back?
Okay, let's see if that works.
Anything?
Yes.
No, I still can't hear you.
Let's do this.
That's so weird. You can hear me, but I can't hear you. Here, wait. I'm. All right. I muted my mic, but
Can you hear me?
no, still can't hear you.
Oh no.
That's so odd.
Hopefully you can see this. I think it's upside down or backwards.
Wait. Okay. Wait, so I'll leave again?
Oh, there we go. There we go. For some reason, yeah. Okay. So you are just on audio here, so no one can see you.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I'll just have you on here real quick, and then next time we'll figure out what's wrong with your audio. But at least you can hear me, right?
Yeah, and I can see you.
Yes. So how are you, dude?
Good, how are you? It's been a while, Kristen.
Yes, and I love the fact that I'm seeing like familiar faces that are still part of the fandom and just like saying hi to me, and I'm just like, yay, it's like I have never left.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Yes, I'm trying to. So, are you happy that Rangers Live Chat is back, or just seeing me pop up on your feed?
I'm very happy to have like, oh, Kristen's back. Hey, this is cool.
I'm doing something different, so it's always fun. And I see you are rocking a Power Ranger sweater, dude.
It's funny because you brought up the Disney Plus. Dino Thunder was Disney season, so how funny is that?
Oh, that's perfect. Well, I think I'll just have you here for a few minutes since no one can see you. But I think
I got no time limit. You're fine. You can have me as long as you
yeah,
want.
no worries. I might have you, but I think as long as we're not overlapping, I can use it for reels. So let's just make sure that we don't, you know how it works. So
yeah.
But I think one of the things that we're going to be talking about because of this Disney Plus reboot, as you know, the social media has been an uproar of topic of conversation is the main next part of the topics that I wanted to discuss is, and it was one of the things that I think everybody brought up, if Tommy's going to be something in the Disney Plus reboot. What are your thoughts?
I think, well, there's only one Tommy, and that's just Dave Frank. I think if they do that, they just gotta be wise who they pick. I mean, because I know Jason liked what they did with Power Rangers Unworthy. I'm sure you saw that fan film. There was a female Tommy with that, and he was okay with that. But for me, honestly, I want to touch on something you said before a couple minutes ago. I would prefer if they just create a whole new team and stayed away from Mighty Morphin. Just because we already got Mighty Morphin. No thanks, don't need it. And then we saw how great that worked with the 2017 movie. And just, yeah, we don't. I'm sorry, I got Mighty Morphin. I don't need another Mighty Morphin.
And I just said that this would be the fourth iteration, right? I'm just counting just like the live action series, nothing else, you know? And I feel like we don't need a fourth iteration, correct?
No, I think we know from where was it? The cast, there might be Rita in it, but it's just like, wait a minute, we've been there already. And even the Ninja Kid stuff, they were Mighty Morphin already. So it's like, like just do something new.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, again, Mighty Morphin's the most popular, but just if you're gonna do it, have them not be the same characters. We don't need another Jason. We don't need another Trini. Don't need another. Or are they gonna kill that Trini off too? You gotta think like just Sorry, I know that might be a controversial opinion. It's become like South Park nowadays, in my opinion. What they've done with like Trini's become the new Kenny because the comics did it once and always did it. It's like it's becoming disrespectful at this point to tweet Trini and Trini. It's like how many times can we kill off Trini? It's like no, then let's stay away from that. So
I feel like the fandom, there's only going to be one Jason that we all know, a Zach, a Billy, a Kimberly, and a Trini, and a Tommy. And I feel like for us fans, that's who we're going to care about. And those are going to be the only ones that we will remember to this day, kind of thing.
It's the one everyone still shows their kids. Everyone shows them the original Mighty Morphin. We don't need a new Mighty Morphin. We got Mighty Morphin already. If like that's I say this a lot. Like Super Sentai does it right. Even if their ideas fail, like they'll try new things. But even if it fails, they're not afraid to try something new. Then see if it works. Why do you think it's been lasting over 50 years where Power Rangers only lasted like at least 32? Like and even the dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. It's just they should have done what Disney was doing and back in even the old Saban days. Just try new things. But if it works or fails, so what? At least you'll get your audience either way. The true fans will stick around.
Yeah, and that's gonna lead into our next topic of conversation. Do you feel like, especially with this Disney reboot, if they're going to be focusing, because I feel like Power Rangers in general in my head has been a multi-series, a multi-different teams that we were able to see just new characters, new group of characters every couple years, every year in general for us who grew up in the Saban or somewhat Disney era where it's like we had an entire year to fall in love with this whole cast. Do you feel like they should be focusing on just one team and they are just the team, or what are your thoughts on there?
I think, well, that's a good question. I think they should. That was the problem with the 2017 movie. They had 6 movies planned, but weren't focused on the one. I think they should just focus on the one, the new team, and just use all their ideas there.
Do you feel like if they can do it in a way where they can bring back past actors and actresses, even though we know how that goes, especially with contracts disputes and all that great stuff that we won't talk about. If they can, I think that would make the fandom happy, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes and no. I mean, some of them I don't know how many would want to come back, but at the same time, if it's its own universe, would they want it? Then it'd be screwing with them. Wait a minute, what dimension are they? It just gets screwy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think they should just because I mean, obviously the big one's gone. Jason's gone, and he can't help carry the new show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. And who knows if the others would even come back?
Yeah.
Imagine if they tried to get David back. I don't know if he'd come back or whatever.
I don't know what direction that they'll go, because with a Disney Plus reboot, I'm just like in my head, all I can see is Percy Jackson, how it's like a mini series, and I'm like, when it comes to a series, it's only a few years in general, and normally like a Disney kids show that only lasts like 4 years, and that's going to be leading to our next topic discussion is like the age range of these Power Ranger characters. What age are they going to be in high school? Like,
I heard they want to make it a little more mature.
Yeah.
They want to make it more outright. So who knows where they could go with that?
There's so many directions that they can go with. Like, if they can make it mature, great, because I feel like that will bring us audience, us people that grew up with the Power Ranger back in Power Rangers in 1993 up to 2023, where we're like in our 30s, 40s. Daniel, if you want to just say your age, because I feel like
I'm 37. I don't care.
Oh, I'm the same age as you. Wait, am I? When you get in your 30s, you forget what age you're going to be. What year are we? I'm going to be 37 this year. So
So you're 88. You're like me.
I'm an old soul. So,
Yeah.
but for us Ranger fans, we're literally either in our 30s, 40s, maybe 50s. And I feel like if you can be more mature, you're bring in us current fans, and then any people that are not like Ranger fans but just grew up, and gets back to it, or a brand new audience in general, it will build in a new, just like bigger audience, and it can grow from there. Like, I feel like if they continue with like the kitty thing, even though we'll watch it, I feel like they tried to do that with the movie as much as possible, but with the movie, it was hard to fall in love with those characters from the 2017 movie. Is that how you feel when they try to do the whole
they
remake?
Were depressing, yeah. And they were all horrible characters. I'm sorry to say, great cast, horrible characters. Like, they were all just depressing and mean to each other. It's like, and then you would, oh man, the names would be called if you didn't like them. Like, man, like if you didn't like Kimberly, you were a sexist or misogynist. It's like, no, she's a horrible Kimberly. I love Naomi Scott, but sorry, horrible Kimberly. Or if you didn't like RJ's Billy, you're, just, they were ready to throw the names at you. It's like, no, it's just, these aren't well-written characters. And don't even get me started on the Krispy Kreme thing. That was horrible.
That was a branding tactic of the Krispy Kreme.
It was horrible. Krishna, you want to know something funny too? On YouTube, you know what the two biggest, most looked up seasons are? Samurai and Megaforce. So
why is that? Do we know why?
They're the most popular. Yeah, this current generation loves Samurai and
Megaforce. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
They're the most popular on YouTube.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you paid attention to that, because my background is in marketing. And just seeing just like what people are like into now, like what is popular, like when I'm looking at just the Power Ranger fandom and who's following our page, it's all like 35 to 45 age range, or I think it's somewhere in that range where it's 55, and most of the percentage of them are all male, and a little percentage of it being female. And so I feel like if that's how we see the Power Ranger fandom, just like with just in general, that we have to take, like, I'm going to call those names out. And the reason why I'm saying these names, you have seen the new reels I've been doing, so that way I could call out these guys. So Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz, look at the audience who is the current fandom, who you want to bring in within the new fandom, because if they like the whole set, you said Samurai and Ninja Steel, right?
Megaforce.
Oh, Megaforce. Yeah, okay.
You know what's funny about it is because they were back then. They were doing that was their, like, this generation's Mighty Morphin. But they did it the same way. Like as you mentioned earlier, like Paul Schreier came back for Samurai, and Megaforce, it was the same style, just puns, and it was like they knew the audience, and that's personally, I'm in the minority that loves Megaforce and Super Megaforce, but
that's okay, dude.
Oh yeah,
like I still have to, like, okay, I tell this so that everyone knows I have not seen like some of the newer seasons, because my day and age was from 1993 to up to SPD. Anything between after SVT, from like Mystica Force up to RPM have seen parts and pieces, but I think one of the ones I have on my top of priority is to watch the entire season of RPM. I'm already getting hate from people because I know RPM was like, one of the
RPM
best.
is great.
Yeah. And I want to watch Ninja Steel. I saw pieces or a couple episodes of Dino Charge, as well as Megaforce and Super Megaforce. I think I feel like what got people watching again for Megaforce was the whole, like, them bringing in the previous seasons, even though the Super Sentai, they did the exact same thing of the previous Power Ranger series suits, which was, something that was just like nostalgia for all of us. Is that how you felt for Megaforce?
Yeah. Plus, I like the build-up of the Armada. I thought that some episodes of Super Megaforce were handled really well, like Casey's return from Jungle Fury. That's a great episode. And then Legendary Battle, I don't think is that bad. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have just took out a couple things and added a couple things and just rearranged a couple things. But Legendary Battle, I think, is one of the best finales we've gotten in a long time. Ninja Steel, I think I'm not a fan of Ninja Steel or Beast Morphers, but I do think they're worth looking at. You should at least watch some. You can have an opinion on them. Same with Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury.
Yes, I can. Yeah, I cannot give my general opinion. I've only seen like a couple like clips in here and there, but I need to like give my honest opinion of the entire series. It's just, I think, from the when I graduated in 2008, and so I think that was the time when Mystic Force came in, and that was when it kind of started dying out for those seasons. And
I love Mystic Force, but Jungle Fury was super popular back then.
Yeah, and now watching the clips, I want to get to watching the entire series.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. You won't regret it. It's Ninja Steel. You'll probably regret the most. It's but I'm rewatching Dino Supercharged. I don't hate Supercharged. It's just the finale that screws it up for me. Kind of at an end of Extinction. That's what no one that's when the whole the universe thing came in and the multiverse. Oh, yeah. It's just like, and then Ninja Steel has just pushed it even further, and it got the comedy is what ruined it. Ninja Steel for me. It was so bad. And now, it's a shame too, because I love the cast. The cast is all great, like William Schufeld, Christiani, what's his face, Nico. Just they're a great cat. Jordy Weber, great dude, and just they got no one checked Chip Lynn on his stupid ideas and back at Barnes and Alwyn. I could just writers who was like, what are you doing here? It's for kids, but it talks to. The audience, they're really stupid, and it's no, don't insult your audience, because that's how you lose your audience. And then, the only reason I watch Ninja Steel is for 2 episodes. It's just Dimensions in Danger, which is really great, and then Tough Love, which is a Geordie focus episode. It's really good. Everything, and then Beast Morphers. You don't want to hear my rants on that, because I could go on a whole. So that's another thing where I love the cast, but the season itself is not great.
Yeah, I think when you get older, it's hard to get glued to watching every single episode, because we have seen the previous seasons where it started, and it's just harder to watch it at that time. And I think for me, when I graduated from high school, it was hard because I was at that age. But I think now rewatching some of the clips and some of the episodes, getting it back into just I wouldn't say nostalgia, but being able to love it for what it is, kind of thing, makes me want to watch it the entire season, because you're in a different day and age, and you just want to enjoy Power Rangers for what it is.
I want to touch on something you said earlier too about the Red Ranger thing. I have no problem with a female Red Ranger. It's just she has to be written good.
Yes,
and the problem is nowadays they think just because she's a woman, she's automatically good. It's like, no, there are a lot of female Rangers who weren't red that are actually pretty good. Like Taylor, she was yellow and she was leader. And then Delphine, she was the first Ranger leader. She was white. And then
Jen. We can't. Jen. Jen was like, I think something that we never saw in the previous seasons prior to Time Force was Jen was a great leader. Like, even though Wes was there and Alec was there, Jen was a Pink Ranger leader, and so no one had a problem with that back then. So I think the only reason fans are calling out the whole Red Ranger thing is, sorry, Daniel, I keep on looking at the screen because when I do these videos for these reels, it's going to be like, okay, I'm looking at over here, but that's why. So I want to make sure you knew. Jen,
no, I'm not, I get it. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, Jen was a Pink Ranger and she was a leader, and I feel like all those Red Ranger leader comments were, and I had a conversation with Gabe. I don't know if you have met Gabe before, but I feel like they only seen Mighty Morphin, and they have not seen anything else besides Mighty Morphin. And so they have never seen a red, or just in general, a female lead Power Ranger. Do you agree?
Plus, I agree. And it's funny too. I love Charlie. She was SPD, right?
Yes.
Some people don't even count her as a Ranger because she was evil. But it's like, no, she was an A Squad Red Ranger. They were considered like the alpha, and then B Squad was the beta. They were the elites. She was the elite squad leader. You can't discount her, even though she's evil. She's a Ranger. And then Lauren, I love Lauren. She was a Samurai Red.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And I feel like her sharing or having the same suit as her brother, that was the same thing in the Super Sentai series, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think
Lauren didn't get enough episodes. She only got 5 episodes a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then Hunter, Dino, who was Amelia in Dino Fury Cosmic Fury, she didn't become Red Ranger till the 3rd episode of Cosmic Fury. Yeah. So she didn't get much either, but she's not a bad Red Ranger. It's just they overhyped it, like, oh, she's the first Red Ranger. No, she's not. There are other Red Ranger. They're just people they like to, and the comics screwed up people too, trying to make Grace the.
Oh yeah, I just saw something about that.
Yeah, I don't count that. No, Grace. Sorry. Jason was the first Red Ranger. Like, they can try to rewrite history all they want. That's not how it works.
Yeah, and for me, I think for Rangers Live Chat, what we try to focus on is primarily the live TV series in general, rather than like the comic books, because I feel like not a lot of people have seen the comic books, or like the other like fandom things, and so I feel like a lot of times people are just not aware of what has happened in the comic books, and they kind of like just pay attention to the OG kind of thing. And it's like, okay, are we listening to the OG fan or the actual Power Ranger fans, or the ones that just seen Mighty Morphin kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, not that they don't count, but obviously they don't know like everything like we do. Like, there's more to the show than Mighty Morphin, and I consider myself a Mighty Morphin, even though Dino Thunder is my favorite season. I'm still Mighty, but there are other seasons I love outside of Mighty Morphin.
Yes, there's so many other seasons, because you all know mine is Lost Galaxy, but rewatching some of the other seasons, I'm like, this is why I love this. Like, I was watching a scene with like the Time Force, where Wes, I was telling this to Gabe, the episode where Wes has to take over his dad's company. And I was like, I was watching it, and that whole episode, I was like, I think that was when I was like in elementary or middle school, and I was like, I remember that episode. It was just like so heartfelt, so like it pulled heartstrings, even with Eric's character. It was just like, so
they don't make episodes like that anymore.
No. So yeah, they should pull our heartstrings in this new series, don't you think?
Yeah. And don't even get me started on them bringing Zed back and that whole craziness.
Yeah.
Did you see that with Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury?
Yes.
Or wait,
yes.
no, you still got one. You saw that?
I saw clips, so I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they should have brought Zed back. But like, because it makes everything like Zordon sacrifice worthless. Because basically a monster of the day brought him back. It's like, no.
No, I
Just
was
leave him gone.
I think for me, the whole, what was it? It was not those 2 seasons. It was something else where they brought Lord Zed or Goldar. I think it was in Overdrive.
No, that was Beast Morphers. That was yeah, they brought Goldar Maximus. That was terrible.
I think when I saw that, they lost me when they tried to bring back the villains from Mighty Morphin, because I was like,
so bad.
Yeah. To continue, because I know I usually try to do this for an hour. Let me just go into our topics of conversations, because I think between me and you and the rest of the Power Ranger fans, we could like to go on a tangent and keep on talking.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Okay, we talked about the comic book.
We agree on things, though. That's pretty cool.
We have, I think, us Power Ranger fans, even though we saw an uproar on social media where everyone was just like, oh, Red Ranger can't be a leader. Oh no, Disney was like great. Disney wasn't great. It was terrible. The movie was terrible or something like that. I think us Power Ranger fans, we understand like what they were trying to do and what they wanted to do. But at the same time, I think we just came to the consensus is it's Power Rangers. We'll love it no matter what.
Yeah, some things I do. Like, they're, just got, like I said, with Beast Morphers, I have a whole thing on. But it's, again, I don't hate the cast. I love the suits. It's just to me, it's not. Well, we can talk about that another time. My thoughts on Beast Morphers, but every other season, I think, like, I don't like it. It's my least favorite season, but I like things in it, if that makes sense. It's not all bad.
Juicebox Poppy 182. That's my boy Romero. Just said that on YouTube. So just by the way.
Good dude.
So let's see. We talked about the age of the characters, longevity, blah blah blah. Boom Comics. I think we covered everything that I think everybody's been having a beef on this Disney Plus reboot, right? Am I forgetting?
Well, what was the last comic you read? Just out of curiosity.
Dude, I'm really bad. Like, I tried to keep up with all the comic books that came out that first year, and I never caught up.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, no, if it helps, I stopped at Soul of the Dragon. Everything after that, I don't care about. Because the Shattered Grid, that was cool. That was a big deal. I like that. Like, I have those over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Soul of the Dragon, because Jason had a part in that. So that's about it. Everything after that, don't care about. So I do want to get the Mighty Morphin one that has Zed's backstory. I think that's cool.
Yeah. I think I saw. Okay, so getting back into the Power Ranger fandom, as you know, trying to get Rangers Live Chat going. I've been trying to find new Power Ranger fandom social media pages to follow along, because I love, everything that's Power Ranger related. One of the new pages I found was called Morphin Shorts or Morphin something, but it looks like they post like a recap of the comic books, and one of the ones that they were talking about that I just saw today, came up in my feed, was the whole Grace character. Is that a good one to read, or is that just like a mini kind of comic book series?
That's it. I'm as lost as you are on that. I have no idea. All I know about Grace, I have some of the. I think that they might be pretty good. All I know is the Grace stuff. I don't count her as the first Red Ranger. That's all I'm saying. I know the other time with they explain how Terra Venture came to be.
Oh, and
like she created Promethea. Yeah.
Wait, is that her? Who is that? What they're trying to tie in is Grace is the one that did Terra Venture, or how it came to be?
She created it. Yeah.
Okay. I might have
But
to.
she was the one. Yeah,
But then she became a bad guy or something. I'm just like, and then they brought the whole. I think there's just okay. I don't have a beef about Tommy. Okay, that so everyone knows I don't have a beef with Tommy character. It's just that there's just been too much stuff about Tommy character. Kind of thing. Like I feel like what you said. There's always going to be one Jason, David Frank, JDF, one Tommy, and so I feel like for the new Disney Plus series, we need new characters. That's something that we agree on, right?
Yes. Stay away from Mighty Morphin Creeds. We don't need another Jason. We don't need another Trini. We don't need another time. Been there, done that, got our originals. Do something new.
We do not need a fourth iteration, as I talk to the camera. Jonathan,
leave those characters alone.
Yeah, so Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz, you're going to hear me say your names until the new series. We do not need another iteration of Jason, Zach, Trini, Billy, and Kimberly, and Tommy. Yeah, that's all I think. Juicebox Pappy says they need to Tom Holland them for longevity, cast young to keep them around as long as possible.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hardest part. You saw Stranger Things. It was a 5-season series. Us Power Rangers.
That's gone crazy since like what it originally was. And even that, I hope they don't do that with Rangers. That's the thing. Don't insult your audience if they don't like it, because that's what will ultimately kill it too. That was another problem I think with the Dino Fury, Cosmic Fury, Beast Morphers. Automatically, if you didn't like something, you're automatically a racist, sexist, misogynist. It's like, no, I just don't like this shit. Like, because I don't know if many people know this, and I'll tell you this. Simon Bennett came after me when I said he made
just making sure you're live. You know you're live, right?
Oh, I'm
okay.
Very
okay.
aware.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're aware. So.
Yeah. No. He came after me because I said you can't get rid of civilian fights in Power Rangers. That's the DNA of the show, and that's what he did with Cosmic Fury. Because, like, if you notice, there's not that many in it, but he was like, well, we're going to focus on this, but it's like, no. You can't get rid of the civilian fights. That's the DNA of the show. Like, you're working on an action show here. You gotta, do you know what you're working on? You gotta make it action filled. Can't be all just talking. Like, it's an action show. We
have to see them fight. They have to learn.
That's the point of it. You have to believe these people are in the Ranger suits, or else you won't believe it. So, and not that there's anything wrong with the heartfelt episode or just learning episode, but you can't take out the action in an action show, or else you don't have the show. And that was, I think, what Dino Fury, Cosmic Fury, their biggest fault is they didn't have too much action. There were only 3 fight scenes in Dino Fury, or civilian fight scenes, and everything else was either green screen or blue screen. It's like, no. We need martial artists, and if you don't want to do it, then he should just worked on a different show then if he didn't want to do an action show. But that's different. But don't come after your fan for just disagreeing with you.
Yeah,
because that's not cool. Because I got my critics, but you don't see me going after them. It's people loving me, whatever they like. Can't go after them just because they don't like your show. Or, as I said, I don't hate Dino Fury or Cosmic Fury. Just there are things. It's just not my favorite season. I think they screwed up, and that was again it's activists. You can't have activists and writers doing they were. I'll say that they were more activists than they were actual people trying to tell a story and have action in it and go after people they disagreed with. You can't do that. It's your show's public. You're gonna get critics. So.
And I think another thing that we can highlight on is, especially, I know I've been live for an hour now, but I think this will be the last topics that I did not mention, is that with the new Disney Plus reboot, is that they're not going to use any Super Sentai footage. Yeah. And so that's going to be something that's going to be different for this new reboot. It's going to be treated like the whole movie series. It's going to be to the point where, okay, we're going to have to see, I think, with the new reboot, because we know as Power Ranger fans, the suits came from Super Sentai, and that's what we know. And we want the suits. I like the suits. The suits are what is Power Rangers. Power Rangers came from Super Sentai. If you're trying to do something different, it's gonna make the whole fandom like, is this actually Power Rangers, or is this Tony Stark suit with the little? Yeah, that's my only comment. So, and we need morphers, kind of thing. So give us the morphers, because, and again, I think one of the other things that what made Power Rangers what it is, especially with Super Sentai, is the toys. The toys was the thing that kind of got people into Power Rangers. Is we like toys, we like watching the show, and it's gonna be something where they're gonna have to tie in some kind of toys, part of the series.
And yeah, we got nothing. We so far haven't seen anything from it. And if they're all the Megazords, I assume that stuff will be CG, unless they do dudes in suits. I would prefer people in suits over CG, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I hope that they're not going to. Yeah, I don't think that. Hopefully, they don't do like one episode where it's just the Megazord. Like they're just doing the whole Megazord like episode focus, and that's all we get for an episode is the Megazord. Like, we know how the series is. They have some kind of like the human aspect of not being a ranger, that whole like interaction with Bulk and Skull, or kind of like something that's with the new Disney Plus reboot, is that they have to have some kind of human interaction where they're dealing with something, in their personal lives. And then they have the villain of the week, and then they morph, and then they fight the villain, and then have the Megazord, and then it ends that episode. I feel like with the new series, the new Disney Plus reboot, I feel like they're going to drag that whole, like, there's going to be a drag out storyline of some sort that they're going to do in a mini series, kind of like anytime when I hear Disney Plus or streaming, it's kind of like limited number of episodes. Do you feel like it's going to be a limited number of episodes for the Disney Plus reboot?
Probably. I'm curious what the number will be, because we know for Nick it was 20. And then Netflix, it was supposed to be longer, but Hasbro cut Cosmic Fury to 10. So because originally that was planned as 30, and then but we saw what happened there. But we'll have to wait and see.
Oh yeah. Again, Disney Plus reboot. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I can predict. Did you hear me when I said that we're most likely will know the full cast by either San Diego Comic-Con or Power Morphicon?
Yeah.
I think we all have inklings. We have all this spider sense to know that those are the times where they release or have some kind of conversations on what's going on, to just give us an idea of what's happening.
I very much agree with that. We'll find out one of the two places or both places what they plan to do.
Yes. Other than that, I feel like Disney Plus reboot, we don't know what's going to happen, but as Power Ranger fans, we will be excited no matter what, because it is Power Rangers. And yeah, and I think that's all from what people are talking about on the Disney Plus reboot. We covered the Red Ranger kind of conversation. I feel like I love the fact when I was like, we'll put that in as the elephant in the room and just say, hey, I'm in the Red Ranger Lost Galaxy. I was like, hello, I'm in a Red Ranger Galaxy. I'm like, all the comments about the Red Ranger, I'm like, guys, I'm in a suit. Yeah.
Like they didn't catch it that you were in a Red Ranger suit?
In my profile, like, I'm like, yeah. No one wants to call that out. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Like, keep on talking in the comments. Whatever.
Sorry, my stuff might seem controversial. Like, how dare we have a good a female written good? Like, yeah, like just again, I have no problem with a female leader, and just they just can't screw it up because you can, as we brought up earlier, there are a lot of great female leaders in the show. It's just they were well written. That's the difference between some of these other ones. Like, just,
yeah,
you know, and it's not like that shouldn't be that controversial of a statement, but yet nowadays 2026 like it is. So.
yeah. And Jen Scott, I think that was her last name, right? Jen Scott, was that?
Yeah, you're right.
Jen from Time Force, she was amazing. She was the first,
like Jen.
Yeah, she brought just like, her, I think Erin Cahill, she brought into the character of Jen Scott and made her into a leader that we all know now, or all know in Time Force, and brought into the Time Force series and made her, a good character, had that character development, and we got to see her in Wild Force. That was an amazing episode.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was
black leather, and when she threw off the cape, just glorious.
Yeah, that was like the highlight of the show, the highlight of the Wild Force reunion episode. Jen coming on there, all like, sorry for my language, badass. As a child, it was just something different. So Jen was amazing. Erin Cahill, she did an awesome job as Jen. Going back just as a recap for Rangers Live Chat, I think we covered the comic books. You know what? I'm just focusing on the series. Like, there's so many different storylines with the comic books, especially with Tommy Oliver in that series of the comic books, especially with the Psycho Rangers. There's a whole thing on there for the comic books. But it's great that we still see the fandom in the Power Ranger series in the comic books, having different storylines there. But I feel like it would be great to have the same universe for Power Rangers within the previous characters. That's how I feel. Do you feel like we should have the same universe with the new series?
Well, I mean, it should be a different universe. And can I say, you got me thinking of one quick thing. Remember the Shattered Grid trailer?
Yes.
That's something I wish they would have carried on. That was a missed opportunity with Netflix. They should have completely done that Shattered Grid universe. Because you got me thinking of all these different universe things that would have been perfect. People will like, I know I love that Shattered Grid trailer. They should have continued on with that, but no.
Who knows? Maybe they will. Who knows? It's just how, calling out their names again. I'm gonna mess up their names when I rewatch this. Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Slotts. Yeah, shared universe or a different universe? That's the question.
Different universe. It should be different. Leave our universe. Like, I'm already not a fan of the multiverse thing. Just leave it, just let it be its own show, its own thing. When
I mean different universe, when I think share or different universe, meaning different universe, how the Spider-Man series, they had Tobey Maguire and then Alec or Andrew Stanfield. Those are different. They have different universes, but they intertwine for shared universes. Does that make sense when I think of those universes? So I feel like if they do different universes, somehow they're going to do the whole share universe things where they all intertwine, kind of like the Arrowverse and the Spider-Man and the New Avengers, where they're bringing the X-Men and their old suits, the comic books. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, they're going to share universes. So that's where I'm like, are they going to make it this complicated for us where it's the whole multi-universe kind of thing? And I'm like, that's what my thoughts are when it comes to the shared and different universes conversation. So
I wonder if there's a multiverse Ernie then.
Who knows? But other than that, I think we covered the comic books. We know that,
Richie and Curtis alternate. Oh, hey, Richie. Remember that from season 2?
I think so.
Curtis was Zach's cousin.
Oh, yeah. I think
I
that.
wonder if there's an alternate universe of them. Where, oh gosh, for Matt, they made Matt a Green Ranger in the comics. That was
Oh,
stupid.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that. He was the dude from Foul Play in the Sky who was just like, it was great that you landed that plane, Kimberly. It was like, whose stupid idea was that to make Matt a Green Ranger? Like, what the heck, man?
Other than that, I think we covered everything that everyone's talking about the Disney Plus reboot. I think one of the things that I didn't cover most about is where Disney took over during Ninja Storm through Operation Overdrive. Somewhere in that way. Yes, those were great seasons. We did not forget. Yes, Disney did great on those seasons. Let's move on. End of story. And plus, Dino Thunder was in there, so that was a great season. So I'm not complaining. Like, I don't know why people said those seasons suck. Like, I didn't finish Mystic Force, but the seasons Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SBD, and the other two, I think there was a total 5. I don't know, but those were great seasons. The Disney era was great back then. Just saying, for those people that are listening, Disney Reboot, the Disney era of the Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm to RPM.
Yes, Ninja Storm.
Well, that's a wait and see.
Ninja Storm to RPM was great. End of story. So yeah, no one's having an argument on there. If you do, just do it in the comments, not just with me. So other than that, I think we covered everything on the topic of conversation for the Disney Plus reboot. There will be more conversations to this. Again, Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz, your names are being called. Hopefully you see this. I will make this into a reel, whoever's still listening as this live stream, because I'm making it into a thing. Listen to the Keepers of the Flame tribute song, because we're watching you, and hopefully we get some new Power Rangers, because we like Power Rangers. But other than that, Daniel, you stay on here. Don't end the call. I'll chat with you after this live chat. But other than that, if everyone has any comments about the Disney Plus reboot, let me know, because it's just, and I love the fact that Legendary and the Nerd came up on here. I'm like, I've been following him during the time
Legacy's a good dude. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he came on here. I was like, oh, yay. We got, like, some of the popular pages. I'm like, it's great to see them on here to supporting us other Ranger fans. But where was I going with this? This is where I hate talking to myself for a long hour and losing track of time. But, yeah, if you have any comments about the Disney Plus reboot, please put them in the comments. We know it's not going to be end of a conversation, but this is a start of just getting in the words out there, making sure Jonathan Schatz, I messed it up. I told you. Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz, that we know we're having these conversations, and just do the thing and make the Disney Plus reboot for Power Rangers something that us Power Ranger fans will love, especially bringing in new Power Ranger fans, because we want to see it long last for another 30 years, because that's going to put us in our gray hairs, growing, sitting in a wheelchair. We want to see it last for another 30 years when we're in our 60s. So Jonathan Steinberg, Dan Schatz, we want you to keep this going for another 30 years, because us Power Ranger fans are not going away. So other than that, everyone have a good night. This was Rangers Live Chat. For anybody that's listening, again, these will turn into Instagram reels that you can catch up from these conversations. Again, I will talk to everybody later. Everybody have a good night. Daniel, say bye, even though no one can see you. Bye. I will actually show here. There you go. He's there. I'm not just talking to you. So I will end this live chat. Where's the button?